Hello and welcome back to the extended Pentagon challenge, and welcome back to India as we go on with Royal Wangdo Club. Apparently they're from quite a small little city in India, although you can't see it here. It's in Shillong, which I think has about 140,000 people, if you're interested. So let's get on with how things are going at the new club. And as we can remember, we were predicted to finish 10th, pretty much just above the relegation places. And I'm pretty pleased actually. We're doing actually pretty well for a club like us. I mean, we're 5th in the league, with everyone having played 11 games, and we're doing pretty well. We're definitely going to stay clear of relegation, I would say. I don't think we'll win it. I mean, realistically, that's already a pretty big gap. 7 points to Bengaluru, with Dempo and Churchill brothers, who look like they're the better teams in the division. Potentially they're probably going to go ahead of Bengaluru, and we'll be further behind. But as the first season goes, it's not a bad start, really. Not a bad start. The club itself. So actually, I'll go through the fixtures first, like we normally do, and. Let's go to the fixtures. So as you can see, you saw that game against Kent Cray FC, and then we actually in the Duran Cup went to Salgoarka and won 1-0. Henry Rye scoring the only goal. Basically, the team at the moment, and I'll go through the team a bit later. We've not got a lot of depth and really not a lot of great players in there. The standard's obviously pretty low. But that was a very good win, and that meant we won our group in the Duran Cup and went through to the next round, actually. So that was a very positive result. We then had a friendly against BSF, but since it's a friendly, I'll actually won't go into it. But yeah, not the greatest result. We were expected to beat them quite convincingly. In the Duran Cup semi-final, we pulled out an absolutely stunning result in New Delhi. No, we weren't away, but still a brilliant result. 5-0 against Mohammedan. And a fantastic performance. Gurung, Singh, Tamang, Rai, and Lal Rinfela got the goals. Marcus Mascarenas did get injured, but top performance really in overall. The boys did very well, and we went into our final, and the first final for the club, pretty much in any competition, actually. So quite a remarkable thing there. Our first league game was a 1-1 draw against Mohan Bagan, and actually, for one of the better sides in the division, Mohan Bagan, we gave them a right good seeing to pretty much all games. 16 shots, 7 on target, dominated possession. We were 1-0 up through Peter Kalako, and then Pritam Katal pulled one back with 9 minutes to go, and I felt a bit, it wasn't really deserved on their part. But that's probably set the stall out for everyone who planned to play us. That we weren't going to just roll over and lose to the big boys really. So 1-1 in our first game, and then a great victory. You know how well Churchill brothers are doing, as I just showed you, and a 4-3 win, and really we were leading 3-0. So this was a bit heart in mouth really. We were leading 3-0, so Nilendra Singh, Jimmy Singh, and Bruno Barreto put us 3-0 up at half time. And then they came back because they scored 2 with Sani and Singh pulling 2 back in pretty short succession. Penalty for Nilendra Singh put that away, and then Abubakar made it 4-3. In the end, we dominated pretty much. Look at the possession stats against one of the best teams in the division, and a great win for us. But it was close in the end. So Churchill Brothers did give us a good game, but a real big shock for us as we take out Churchill Brothers. And then United Sakim. So away to where are United Sakim meant to finish? 11th, so just a position below us. So potentially we were, just slightly better on paper, but we gave them a good beating, 5-2 at their ground. Again, early goals really set us on our way, and they did pull us back again. But Kalako, Mascarenas, and Tamang hat-trick for us gave us the victory there. Then we moved on to Mumbai with and probably a poorest result, actually, a very poor result this one. Mumbai don't seem to be doing very well in the league. We did dominate, and we took the lead early, and then they pulled 2 back just before half time. which meant that actually we're trailing at home to Mumbai, a team probably one of the first teams we're expected to beat, and Mascarenhas pulls out the bag just late on, 93rd minute. Quite lucky in the end, really. Again, dominated possession, did very well in that stat, but and again, shots, you can see we were pretty dominant, but simply put, Mumbai gave us a very good game, and it's food for thought, really. But at this point we were going along very, very well, and then a bit of a dip here. We just had that draw, and then Bengaluru, who have had they have been playing very good this season, beat us 2-1. David Tamang gave us the lead, but Jose Ramirez Barreto and Vincent Mohan Raj got the winner. And again, statistics pretty even. Generally speaking, we had a few more shots, probably could create a little bit more, but in the end, that didn't really mean much as we lost the game 2-1. Then the Durand Cup final. So a historic game for not only us but United SC, who basically had been to one Durand Cup final and lost it actually. So a huge game, and we turn up in full force and absolutely put on a show as Garang, Tamang hat-trick and Mascarenhas gave us a 5-0 win, a famous 5-0 win for our first real trophy. We had won some of the lower divisions before, 3 years in a trot, but which is actually a record. I've been looking up about Royal Wahing though, but the first real trophy for the club, 20,000 in New Delhi, watched us absolutely wipe United SC out of this game, and a great win for us, and the first silverware already in the bag for Andres Salazar as Royal Wang Day manager. Next up again, we played United SC, this time in the league, this time at home, and 1 goal was what decided it. Jimmy Singh getting that. Fanai Lal Mwampuya did get sent off, but again a game we dominated. Probably should have put a couple more past them. In the end, we didn't. We were pretty. Our efficiency wasn't very good. Not many shots on target really from the amount we created. Shooting opportunities, but in the end, a good 1-0 win, and I'll take that as we continue to make pace in the league. Then Dempo, and Dempo are probably the best team in the division, if not the maybe second best, but it's also predicted to finish second. But yeah, so this was always going to be really difficult to actually do anything against a team like this away, and in the end it was as it was. They were 3-0 up. Stephen Hatsikostas and Felipe Patil put them in a 3-0 lead. Henry Wright did pull one back. They did pretty much, they had more shots. We did dominate possession, but couldn't really do much with it in the end, and it didn't really come to much. So Dempo took the points that day. East Bengal, again, a very good team. I believe East Bengal might even be the best team in the division. On paper, yeah, predicted to finish first, and wow, what a result against them at home. We were actually trailing through Meteb Hussain of East Bengal, and then Henry Rai pulled one back. Jimmy Singh made it 2-1 just after half time, and then Aminul Galam looked like he'd rescued maybe a point for East Bengal, and they were pushing on for the second, although Guramangi Singh getting himself sent off really probably didn't help their cause, and then Nilendra Singh, 6 minutes from time, got the points in the bag, and a very even game in the end. You can see they're a good side, in this division, but a famous win again for us at home, making Shillong and the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium a bit of a fortress. So a good win in the end. And at Pune, so this was probably displaying in a bit of ineptitude up front. Really, no one found an opening. We probably had the better of it again. Really inefficient. From 14 shots, we only got 5 on target. And yeah, so in the end, pretty much a dull affair, ending 0-0. Then we played Salguaka in the league again, and a loss this time away to Salguaka. We had beaten them in the Durand Cup, and it was a bit of a heartbreaking one. This one, we took the lead. We were 1-0 up, and again, if we'd won this game, we would have really been in the hunt. An amazing position we were in. We're still in a really good position, but this could have really put us right in the chasing pack. But Stanley Sari got one back with 19 minutes to go in the game, and then 1 minute into added time, he killed us off with another goal, and 2-1 to Salgawaka. So disappointing, but these things are going to happen. We're not a great side, and we did valiantly well, and we have been doing valiantly well all season. So then when I went to Sporting, I believe it's Sporting Goa, is it? Sporting Clube de Goa. So clearly with a Portuguese influence, probably modelled on Sporting Clube de Portugal. And yeah, they're not one of the better teams in the division. I think they predict to finish somewhere near the bottom. And we put him to the sword. All goals in second half. Henry Ryan, Peter Kalaka with 2, and Joel Sunday getting 1 just before Peter Kalaka made it 3. And utter domination really in this game, all the way through. So as you can see, we're doing very well in the league. We are in 5th. We're doing extremely well, in fact. I would say for. Unfortunately, we did come up last season, so there's no real way to, predict where we should be finishing. There's a prediction of where we should be finishing, but no previous form really. I didn't see whether if we went a bit further back, whether we'd see ourselves. No. So basically, our first season in the big leagues, and really we're doing very well. We're giving ourselves a very good account of ourselves. So let's go to the team, and I think there's the biggest problem has been really that if I go first actually into the transfers that we've been able to secure, there's it's really was in the end not many. That transfer, Beke Bawa, had already happened. He's gone to Sporting Goa. He was let on a free transfer, but we could only really get in Marcus Mascarenas, and he's not of a great standard really for us. But he really does seem to be the best option. I mean, this guy, I believe, is the guy who has 1 finishing, Renedy Malsafwela. And, good pace, but what about that finishing? What is that about? This guy, 5 finishing, it's not brilliant. Heading 1. So these guys are strikers, but, really with no striking pedigree. So I needed someone who had a few stats. Composure's really poor, but at least a bit of pace, a bit of finishing. Hopefully he can put the ball in back in net a few times. He's not done too well so far. I mean, 2 in 11 appearances, or your overall 4 in 15. But that's kind of been all right, because the guy who's really stepped to the fore, if we just go to the selection info, has been David Tamang from attacking midfield. Again, in our tactic, that player is so important. Remember Matthew Lamb at Kitchie and Curlon, and this guy's 5 rated, 5-star rated. He's a very good player for this level, and he looks okay. Doesn't look all that, but I think he's got a few stats in the right place. Just gives him a little bit of edge. But he's done fabulously well. 10 in 14, 5 in the league, a really good rating as well. So he's been doing really well. If we just put that by rating, you can see he's doing great. Robert Rye, again, nothing much to look at. Another 5-star rated player. And this really does tell the story of our team. If you look at the squad depth, we have got a few, decent players in the squad, especially in defence. But there's a few gaps. There's just a few gaps where we do play 2 wingers. They're not really top class wingers. We obviously, as a striker, we don't really have a top class striker. We have a very good attacking midfielder. So we play 2 central midfielders. Again, David Tamang obviously can't play that if he's playing in attacking midfield. So again, there's just a few holes that we kind of need to fill. The other problem has been really in terms of lack of defensive cover. So we have had a few injuries. We've only really got 5 defenders, and that has meant that some of these guys have had to fill in kind of out of position, which has not made things easy. If I just go on to Andres Salazar, and we're suddenly up to continental rating, and I think that might have been after we won the Duran Cup. I've also seen that there's actually quite a big, well, not a big bug I would say, but there seems to be a bug, and I'm going to try and show you it. Where would it be? Yeah, it's in the trophies one. It makes no sense. Here we go. So for some reason it's saying we've won the AFC Cup. Well, we haven't, and I've actually gone through all these trophies and tried to work out what's should be there instead of the AFC Cup, and it's the league. It hasn't affected anything because actually when I go to Hall of Fame, as you can see, we have won 2 the first divisions, as we actually did, but obviously we didn't win the AFC Cup. We went out in the first on our first effort pretty tamely, and then I left before we could continue with it. But yeah, so that's a bit of a strange bug on that one. But yeah, great news that we're back. We're actually at continental ranking. I think the Durand Cup kind of pushed us over that, which is great news. So hopefully means we can get higher profile jobs and really move on this save. Anyway, the game we've got for you today is a game against Mohammedan. We have beaten them already 5-0 in the Durand Cup in the semi-final. So I'd love to repeat that, but I think this game's going to be a lot more feisty and difficult to win. Anyway, let's advance time until we get to the time of the game. And yeah, well, it's given us a bit of a surprising. Maybe that's on form at the moment. We're doing much better. So hopefully, if that's right, we can hopefully pull off a bit of a win against Mohammedan away and continue our very good form so far. So yeah, let's have a look. Let's advance time forward, and here we are. Right, let's have a look at the side. Let's do a quick pick, and we got Lalin Fraser up front. Pretty much that's gonna have to do. I mean, good that we're back up to 100%. Some of the game has come really quick, and it's actually quite difficult to recover the players to a good standard in terms of their their conditioning, and obviously these players are not world class players we're talking about who have the ability to do that. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's move on. The same tactic, it seems to be working quite well. I've not made any amendments, and if it starts failing, then we'll start looking at potential changes to it. But at the moment, it seems to be working pretty well. So I'll accept that. I'm pretty happy to keep it as is. He's already responded quite well, so let's just move on to these guys. And these guys actually respond to the team talk quite well, which is always good. Let's move this on to highlights so you can see. And yeah, let's get this game underway. As usual, I have to switch up to pitch. And yeah, so we're in red, shooting to the left, and Mohammedan in black. And here we go. Oh, Mohammedan with a corner. Abbas, back post. Oh, they've put it in anyway. It's Joy Farrell, and that's not a great start. Good little celebration there. And Mohammedan taking an early lead against us, and let's see how we react to this, because I think in most games we've been able to take the lead, and so this could be a test of our character. But again, Mohammedan with another opportunity, and he's given a penalty. Nagan Gugang giving that away, and we are making it very difficult for ourselves here in this I-League game, and he probably now will put this away. Singh, and he does. Sukumar Singh puts it away, and it's 2-0 to Mohammedan, and I think we're sinking without a trace here. It's been poor so far. It's been poor. Defensive mistakes. Oh, a bit of a freeze there, a bit of lag. Barreto to Lawin Pula. I can't say that guy's name. It's crazy. Singh. Oh, good ball, Lawin Frailer. Can he put it away? Oh, good tackle in the end, and we win a corner from that. And I'm thinking now, can we get anything out of this? And Poiré did quite well there to make sure that stayed in his hands. The team are looking a bit frustrated. I can understand that. We've been doing so well, and this is probably the first time where we've looked outclassed. Maybe against Dempo, similar thing happened. Shamsu, good save. Oh, he's put it wide, pal. And we're not getting much of this. And Peter Kalako's injured. That's not good. So I think Renedy Pradhan is the ready-made replacement, really. And this is going poorly so far. Yeah, so hopefully we can improve here. I'm just waiting for the next highlight. And stats of if you look at these stats now, you say, well, how are we 2-0 down? But at the end of the day, just haven't been probably very good opportunities that we've created. And guys, we need to recover here. Some very poor ratings so far, as you'd expect from a team that's tiddled down and hasn't really created much. But Haldar to Pal to Abbas to Mansur down the wing, and he's lost it there. Oh, he's given a foul. Larengerai. Oh god. Pal takes it. It's into the middle. Oh, they've made it free. Sukumar Singh, I think there might have been a foul there. I mean, there seemed to be a trip, and the referee's not giving anything, so we now are looking like we're not going to get anything out of this game. We've been thoroughly outclassed, really, at the moment. I mean, it's been quite a poor performance, really, in every facet. Not created anything up front, not defended well. Giving away a penalty. Oh, good ball. Get there. Go on, Alan Frailer. Oh, into the box. Got to be. Oh, Tamang. Oh, that's not a good finish. He's done so well all season, and then that's a poor finish. Back post. Get there, Pradhan. Go on, recycle it. Singh to Gurung to Barreto, and Barreto gives it away. Appalling pass. Mansur takes the free kick. We've not dealt well with them, but this time we have done reasonably well with that. Right, oh, what is that? That's such a poor pass. And Pal couldn't finish, and goalkeeper Singh takes the ball into his arms. But this is just not very poor so far. Tamang, go on Tamang. Lalin Frailer puts in Singh. Oh, blocked. Right, can he do anything with it? Cross, and that's just going to the keeper. Paware will take that all day long, and I think we're going to make a change here because I think it's not working. Down the left, let's put Jimmy Singh, and I think at this point, Tom Barai could be an option. David Tamang is having a bad game, but he's probably our best player at the moment. So, you don't want to take him off without very good reason to. I think it's, if anyone's gonna bring us back to this game, it's gonna be Tamang. But in a minute, I will rest him because we're not. Now it's looking like we're going to get nothing out of this game. It's been probably our worst performance so far, actually. At least against Dempo, I don't think it was this one-sided. Lalin Frailer, Pradhan, what was he doing? He just looking at the ball as if it was an alien or something. Oh, pathetic. Come on. Go on, Singh. Oh, I thought he'd pass it to the attacker there. Bloody hell. Lalin Frailer, Lalrin Fella, Tamang. Come on, Tamang. Put it in there. Oh, good save. Poiré. It's a good save. His stats actually look pretty good on our part, but just not creating good enough chances. And they get it away. And Tamang to Singh into Lalin Frailer. Oh, it's just not getting each other's way. That's got to be a foul, ref. Oh my god. How is that not a foul? The standard refereeing. Honestly. Go on, Singh. Oh, he's running at him. Go on, Singhy. Oh, good tackle. That one was a good tackle. But, pretty poor. Pretty poor, guys. It's a shame you had to watch this game because, we played so well all season. But, yeah, so this one's pretty humiliating, really. Well, I guess, no one would have said much. But, we did seem to be favourites before the game. Lalin Frailer's in again. Oh, he's put it wide. In fact, I think that's got a deflection. It's a corner. And Singh. And it's away. And it's just been a generally poor effort. We've looked a bit, some games, just a bit toothless up front. And it's something just difficult to really resolve because, we're not a big club. We can't attract the top players. And, that's really feature. Oh, and that's just gone straight through. Oh, and Singh done well there. Bit of bravery. Making sure that you got there before Farrell of Mohammedan got near it. So Singh to Singh. Oh, and that's just a poor ball forwards. Just a nothing ball forwards, really. Disappointing performance. No one's played well, really. Pradhan, Tamang to Lalin Freyler. Pradhan. Oh, it's going to go in. And that's a goal. That's pulled one back. Randy Pradhan with his first goal of the season. And it was a bit of a, well, I want to say a fluky one. He looked like he was trying to chip him. Keeper got a hand to it, and it just couldn't get enough of it. It just bounced over and into the back of the net. But I think that's all we're going to get from this. 3-1 in the end. Probably, we did deserve a goal, I've got to say, on the balance of play. We did deserve at least one goal out of it. Lalin Freyler going forward. And again, what's he doing? He's just standing there. These guys, just the reaction time is just poor. We don't have this fluid players that we seem to have at Kitchie, where, instinctive. This tactic might well be pushing these guys to the absolute maximum, really, because it's requiring them to move the ball quickly, and they seem to be a bit, just like pensive in possession, really, which is not good, really. Singing, oh, it's gone in. Surely not. Surely we can't come back from this. But that's an absolute howler from Poiré. That ball was just coming in, bounces in front of him, should deal with it, didn't. And I don't think we've probably got enough time. Had that gone in, just a few minutes before, we might have had some time to respond. But that's the end of that. We make it look a little bit more respectable, 3-2, but we do end up losing. And it was a disappointing performance in the end. We gave ourselves too much to do. We should have played a lot better than that, really. And so in the end, the Black Panthers, Mohammedan, end up getting the win. I'm not sure really where all this, sudden. I guess they are below us in the league. They probably had a bad season, but they are a mainstay of Indian football, especially I-League football. So I'm a bit surprised that we're favourites for the game. Maybe it's just purely on form. We have probably been performing better than them, but that's probably, in many respects, that's probably put paid to any chance of us, thinking about, really setting up that league and challenging for anything. But it's the way it goes sometimes. It's the way it goes. And let's just do the press conference. I don't really know, actually. I'm not going to comment. I've not been here long enough to comment. Anyway, that is the end of that. I'll just cover a few final things when it comes to English football. So I know some of you like to see this. So Premier League, Chelsea are leading. Man City won it last season, actually. I think we covered that, actually. But yeah, so Man City and Chelsea leading this time round, 6 points ahead of Tottenham. Bloody hell, Liverpool are doing pretty crap this season. I think they sacked Rodgers. No manager at the moment. Yeah, they did sack Rodgers. I sacked another one, actually. Let's have a quick look. Oh no, Rodgers left in... wow, they've really left it a long while to replace Rodgers. Anyway, and let's just cover the Champions League. Why not? So Europe and Champions League. And so we're still in the group stages at the moment. Let's just go to history. Past winners. And, there you go. Chelsea, Mourinho doing his magic. Beat Man City, beat Dortmund. So he's won 2 Champions Leagues on the bounce. Probably looking for a third. And what about the... the Europa League. Valencia won it. And... that's interesting. So Valencia beat Monaco in the final in Warsaw. And Lyon beat Tottenham, as we found out before, in the previous final. So thanks very much for watching. We lost that fixture, unfortunately. I will basically catch up with you at the end of the season. Let's just look at the fixtures quickly to see roughly where we'll be rejoining this. And maybe SC Goa, maybe, I don't know whether this Fed Cup, where effectively how the cups work at the moment in India. So maybe we'll be rejoining you for SC Goa, Sporting's at Goa. But if other games come up and we have a good cup run, maybe not. We might join for some a more important game potentially. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see each other in the next episode, where there'll be some game around here that we'll be playing. And thanks very much for watching.